Today we have with us Dr. Indranil Basure, a very expert person, a renowned person in the health sector. So we are very honored. Welcome, Dr. Indranil.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for giving such a wonderful speech. So, Dr. Indranil, I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about the event, first of all?
I think it's a great event because people are suffering from every side. There's epidemic of heart disease. People have financial instability. So at this time, having a powerful wellness seminar is very, very important. And I think you guys did a great job covering most aspect of that. So yes, I think it's a great seminar.
Awesome. That's a very wonderful, healthy news, and I'm glad that all the doctors, patrons, audience, people, community like the program. So, Dr. Indranil, another question that comes to my mind is, what is the message that you would like to give to all of us who could not make to the event?
So, the message is very clear. You don't have to suffer bad health. You don't have to suffer anxiety, depression, stress, because all these are curable not only by medicine, but by things that does not require you to take a regular medicine. So it's important to understand that staying healthy is as important as your career goals or whatever you think of, because if you're not healthy, you achieve nothing. That's where I think wellness concepts, having education about wellness, what to eat, how to practice yoga, how to practice mindfulness to prevent stress is very, very important, because this will not only take you long, it will give you a long and healthy life. At the same time, make sure that you approach your goals without being sick out of the whole experience.
Beautiful, wonderful. So one question that I would like to know is, when was your aha moment? When did you decide that I have to change my lifestyle, I have to change my diet? What made you change and go to the better path?
So for me, it was a little bit of a different. Like when I was a kid, I started meditation. Because in my family it was there. My mom used to be very religious. My dad was not at all religious, but he meditated, and that's where I started. And then I realized after coming into medicine that, well, modern medicine is good, it does save life, it's not good enough for chronic diseases like heart disease. Heart disease kills twice the number of people than cancer. So modern medicine, despite spending billions of dollars, has not achieved any control, and that's why we have an increased number of heart disease all over the world. Every country in the world has increased numbers. So in America itself, we have a lot of communities like blacks, Hispanic, American Indians, whose chance of getting heart disease and dying is almost 1.5 to 2 times that of a standard white American. So it's important that we get this message along. People should not live under the misunderstanding that just taking the right medicine is all that they need to do. No, you got to change your lifestyle. You got to have plant-based diet. You got to practice meditation for keeping out stress. You got to practice yoga to be cardiovascular, to bring in cardiovascular fitness in your life. So all these are equally important, if not more important, than having the appropriate medicine that your physician gives you.
Can you define between yoga and yogasana, because you put two things separately?
Correct.
So would you please explain on that?
So it's very important to understand, in this country, unfortunately, yoga has been reduced to yogasana. Asana means postures. So if you do postures or physical exercises or bending, that's good, but that's not good enough, because asanas constitute only 5% of the entire gamut of yoga. Because you have to understand, the problem is not having a more physically good body, but also having an equally powerful mind, which is not stressed out. Because once you have stressed out mind, it doesn't matter how much exercises you do, your body will become sick. So that's why yoga means a combination of all the eight things, which includes breathing techniques, which includes concentration, which includes mindfulness, and certainly which includes meditation. While asanas are important, but asana unfortunately is not the complete thing, and you need to have the complete thing to bring away a change in your life.
Beautiful. One important part that we usually miss is the emotional factor. We cater towards food, diet, health, physique. But how important is emotion for a person's well-being, and how we can improve if we are not in the healthy zone?
So that's a very, very interesting question. You're absolutely right. So for thousands of years, medicine thought emotion has nothing to do with wellness of the body. now we know if you are depressed and you get a heart attack, your chance of dying is twice more than another individual who has the same heart attack, as bad heart attack as you, but is not depressed. So emotion plays a big role. So anxiety, depression, stress, this plays a big role. And that's why it is important to understand that you need to do yoga in its full spectrum. Only a small part of yoga like asana helps in physical fitness. That's important too. I'm not saying that is less important. In fact, there's a study which says that for high blood pressure, yoga is better than doing say Zumba or Pilates. But why would you do a small percentage of yoga when you can get much more benefit, much more wholesome benefit? So there are tons of studies where mild depression can actually be cured just by yoga practices, by mindfulness, by meditation. Anxiety can be decreased. Dangerous chemicals that is released into the body leading to heart attack and sudden cardiac death can be stopped by practice of meditation and changing your brain neurons. So it's important to understand that this complete package is what you get. So just using a small part of it, going to a studio and spending a couple of hours doing physical exercises, unfortunately is not good enough.
Fine.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
We'll wrap it. Yeah.
So
Thank
just
you.
Closing, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Indranil. Before we say bye-bye, do you have any message, any closing message, a goodbye message to our friends?
Yeah, stay well, be happy, and try to practice some yoga. Doesn't require much, couple of minutes of meditation every day, maybe 4 to 5 days of some physical exercises like simple yoga techniques in your own room. You don't have to go, what will make sure is that you don't have to go to a doctor, you don't have to get admitted with sickness, and you will not only be healthy but also happy, and moreover, you will be achieving your goals much more than you did ever.
Thank you so much. We were talking to Dr. Indranil, and as we always say, स्वस्थ रहें, व्यस्त रहें, मस्त रहें. Be active, be full of life, and enjoy life. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.